Hi, I'm Abigail Tyrrell from Raven Dreams Luxury Plus Size Lingerie, and this is Tips and Tricks. I'm often asked what I use to design with, what tools I use to design with, and I'm pretty high tech. I was a full stack lamp developer back in the days, and I still am, and I prefer to be as paperless as possible. It's good for the planet, and it's got better memory of where it puts stuff than I do. So I use a variety of tools. I pretty much use all of them, but I'm trying, as I said, to be more paperless as possible. So this is one of the notebooks that I have. It's just your basic blank paper notebook. And I use any variety of pens, pencils, colored crayons, anything I can get my hands on, really. But the problem with, and it's a great medium because I can do pretty much anything. I can just start sketching and creating and deciding what I want to do. And it's very, very fast. It's very, very malleable, especially if you have an eraser or an erasable pen. And I just throw things together. This is the original Quinn, and it's first inspiring. It was from the Rose Tyrrell dress from Game of Thrones. And I wanted to use those kind of roses and textures. And this is what I started to work with. And then a friend of mine said, you know what? You can do it in all kinds of different fabrics and colors. It doesn't just have to be in this way. And if you did it in red and black, it could be like a Harlequin, or in green and, poison ivy, or anything for those who want to cosplay. And then more elegant, like say all in black, which is currently on the website. So this is pretty much the stages which I go through. This was for a Secret Santa that was made with some incredibly expensive lace that was the same as Kate Middleton's wedding dress that was over here, and it and in the front and in the back, and we had it dyed especially red for the day. And a play suit I'm thinking about making just to lounge around in the winter, to sleep in. These, I just jot everything down and it goes into the notebook. A belt, corset belt I was working on, and well, it's a great way to have ideas, but the problem with having a notebook is that you have to know where it is. It has to be on your body, and if you have a liking for using A4 notebooks or really big pages, then that's really something that's very difficult to carry around and know where it is. And if you're anything like me, which is Asperger's and ADD, I never know where anything is. I have a million notebooks that have sketches in them. They're all like this. The first 30 or 40 pages filled and then the rest blank. This is the latest one. So I decided to go a bit more paperless, and I moved up to e-paper. Well, it's supposed to be smart paper, but it's not really. What it is, it's a plastic coated paper that you can use Frixion pens, or water soluble pens, and then you can use an app to take a photograph of your notes and then upload them to the internet. My preference is to put them up in eNotes. Oh, what is it called? The one with the elephant. I will put a banner across the page saying what it is. And I just, you can then take a hairdryer to these pages or a wet towel and just wipe them off and use them again. So you can see that this notebook doesn't really have a lot of stuff in it. I also keep my calendar in here, things that I need to remember on what I'm doing, all sorts. But again, it has the same fatal flaw. Not only now do I need to remember where I put the notebook, I also need to remember where I put the pens. Now, I love Frixion pens. I use them all the time on fabric because they wash out. And they, take a hairdryer to it, the mark is gone. It can happen that if you go out into a really, really cold after you've used the marker, the mark comes back. But once it's been, washed out, it's gone forever. So it does make it really easier to draw seam lines or temporary dart marks, that sort of thing. But again, I have to know where I put them, and I'm always walking around with one or two of these stuck in my hair, and I can never find them. So let's put that over there. So I next moved up to this, which is Remarkable. Remarkable is not as remarkable as I hoped. I used to have an IREX, which is an e-reader, and it had the same e-paper, which is from the Remarkable. It doesn't, the problems with the Remarkable is that it's not backlit at all, but what it does have on the glass, it's ever so slightly sandblasted. You know, it's got a texture to the glass, so there's no glare. As you can see, you can just possibly see that there's the light of the ring, but there won't be the glare that you see in the other stuff. Now, the Remarkable is great. It's the kind of size that I like. It comes with its own pen. It comes with loads of different nibs, or more nibs, so in case anything goes wrong. And then the thing with the Remarkable is it takes forever to load. And you're still waiting. So you have this idea, it comes, you know, right into your head. It pops into your head. You really want to know what's, you want to write it down, but I'm still waiting and I'm waiting. And then being ADD as well as the rest of it, I've, totally and completely been distracted, and then I'll lose the idea because it's still loading. Oh, wait a minute. It's still loading. And now it wants to update and everything else. So while you can get to things, because I still have loads of different documents and I have loads of different ideas, and I can just scribble in here. And what you can do is you can upload JPEGs and PDFs you can read them as well, and you can draw on top of your JPEGs so that, or you can create a page that you just have all of your sample blocks in there to just start drawing on top of. But it takes forever, and then it's annoying. It just is. So I love the IREX. There's no backlight. It takes forever to load. A bit too distracting. And next we have, now this has been my best friend for a couple of years now, and goes everywhere. Let me just put it up for you. Has extendable memory, which is a major factor in everything. Again, it takes forever to turn on. Come on, why aren't you turning on? It takes forever to turn on. And then this demonstrates something else. Now that this is 5 years old, this is the first generation Surface, and it's great. It comes with a pen. The pen has loads of different nibs for different types of drawing, if you wanted to do calligraphy, if you wanted to do things, but there simply is not enough software out there that is compatible with Windows, that is conducive to drawing fashion. They've all been, they're all on Apple, and Windows' own image drawing software it's clunky, it's difficult to use, it's not as good as I hoped it would be. And then you're pretty much tied into all of the Adobe apps to go on this. And because it's a pad as opposed to a full computer, I mean, I would equate this to computers that I had in 2000. It's really good. It has loads of extra space that you can use. You can put things on chips and then play them through that way, so that you're not using up all of the RAM and the hardware, and the chip. But it's slow, and it runs out of battery really quickly. As you can see, I used this on the train a couple of days ago, and I had plenty of battery left. I thought I turned it off properly, but now it's saying nope, there's nothing. It used it anyway, and now I have to, plug it in order to use it. And it's not as wonderful as I hoped it would be. It works really well for, if you need to like type notes or something like that, but sketching, it's not, no. So while I've been using the Surface for about 5 years, I've still looked at, the other things. So I got the IREX, I got the e-paper, everything just to try and substitute for this. And they haven't been as great. Until, now there's a big thing. I am a PC girl. I love my PCs. They are expandable, contractible. You can change the chip. You can do anything you want to. You can put in more graphics memory so that it will handle all the drawing specs that you want. It uses all of the, for a regular computer, it uses all of the graphics programs that are out there. Not necessarily the apps, because some of them are tied to Mac, but I love it. You can pick up a PC and drop it, and you can then turn it on and it'll still work. And I love that about PC. And I really, 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 really don't like Apple. Apple to me is the last choice. It is the absolute last choice. I must have been through everything else, all of these, to go back to Apple. Another reason why I really hate Apple is their fecking store. You have to make an appointment to speak to anybody, even if staff members are standing there in an empty shop doing nothing. I'm a businesswoman. I don't have time for this shit. But I finally broke down, and last week I bought this. It's pretty. It's an Apple Mac Air. And what I really love about it is, well, it stands up, which is fine. It doesn't stand up in a way that I can configure its angle if it's sat on my lap, which is a little bit annoying. But it turns on immediately. It's using the camera. Why is it using the camera? It's using the camera. Hi, that's my chest. So let's go swipe up. Again, it's another learning process that I'm having to relearn how to use an Apple, which is, I haven't used one since 2009, 10 is the last time I had an Apple. So let's just turn that back on again. But I love it. The security is an absolute winner. I'm just going to do that. And all of the apps that I really need are there. So I'm like looking over the top. But okay. Industry standard apps. It gives you the figures for the model, and also it has plus size now, so that you can basically start sketching on top of the model immediately. We're going to go back, if I can remember how to do that, because again, I just had this, and basically this is me starting to sketch. And what you can also do with it, which I love, is you can make the backgrounds disappear. Come on. See, so when you are working with sketching, you can take a look at the body and decide how your drawing is working. And these print out either to PDFs or JPEGs, however you want to make them happen. And then you can put them up on mood boards and things. This is the design for a wedding dress that I'm going to be starting in a few days. And hopefully we're going to do a sew along, just a bunch of sessions with Facebook Live, where I'm just doing what I do and you guys can watch me doing it. So currently my favorite love is the iPad, and you can see it's another difference between the iPad and the Surface and the iRex is that this is fast. The pen that it comes with, the pencil that it comes with is immediate. The others, once you tap something, it takes like a half a second or a full second before it starts drawing. It's not instant. This, on the other hand, is instant. It's really fast. It comes with so many different drawing applications. Let's just go for that one. That it's incredible, and the things that you can do with it. Well, they show you this stuff on Surface for how amazing its drawing capabilities are, and on the Remarkable, but they are bitsy. And this actually, I've seen it in work by someone who uses it on a daily basis to do artwork for the internet and for print. And the way he uses it is so incredibly quick, and it is so incredibly responsive. So it really makes me very, very happy that I can add this now to what I'm doing. And because it's so small, I haven't gone for the big full professional one. I haven't gone for the teeny tiny one either, although I did think about it. And it's not a laptop, and it's light. It's instant. You Close it up. Goes in a bag. It goes in any bag. And it's there with me. And it's big enough that if I'm looking for it, I can find it. And if I can't find it, I can find it on my phone and it'll take me to it. That's also something else that that makes me happy, is being able to find my resources when I need my resources. I'm the messiest person in the universe. I barely organize my fabrics and my laces and my accoutrement. And I got myself a label maker for that as well, so I can put things back where they belong. But being able to find the tech that you need, I'm all for. And it's on again. It was off when I shut the window. Apple iPad Air. Woohoo! Let's do that over. Yeah, let's turn it off and turn it back on again. Okay, we're not. Hopefully it's still filming, but we'll see what happened.